When it comes to road safety, the more knowledge, the better. This phys ed class is using the Ontario Road Safety Resource to learn about bicycle safety with their teacher, Joe Jarrett.
Anything with safety is important to teach the kids because they're going to grow up to be the bicyclists in the future, for one thing.
Educators are encouraged to pick and choose which lessons they want to use, so they can customize them to fit the needs of their students.
I didn't know that bicycles also had hand gestures to show if you go right or left and how you stop.
You could do some writing activities. You could have the kids making posters about bicycle safety. You could have them acting out little scenarios. The more you do it, probably the more you could adapt it and make it more your lesson rather than a guided lesson somebody else has given you.
Jarrett blended a primary and junior lesson. He took elements from grade 4 to 6, lesson 1, bike, blade, and board safety, with grade K to 3, lesson 4, safety on 2 wheels. He further adapted the lessons by inviting 2 police officers to participate.
If they're hearing it from the police officer as well as just a teacher, there's some respect from the kids towards the police, and the police get to give out their message as well as the one that I'm trying to give.
You don't want it very tight, but you don't want it very loose either. So the way I describe it is you want it snug. You should be able to stick a finger in there, but it shouldn't feel so tight that it's like choking your throat.
If you have a bell and do a nice thing, a lot of the pedestrians walking on the sidewalk will acknowledge that that's someone approaching them.
The officers used elements from the grade K to 3 lesson to demonstrate bicycle safety rules and proper gear.
So the first thing you want to do is inspect the bike, top to bottom, front to back, and make sure everything's working properly. So you want to check if it has air in the tires. So make sure when you're getting your bike out that you tell your parents to inflate it to what the tire says. Okay, that's very important because this is the first contact with the road. Every helmet on the inside has, if you look, there's stickers that explain the safety rating. Yeah. So when you're buying a helmet, you got to make sure it has a sticker in there like that, because if it doesn't, that means you could be wearing anything and it might not protect you, okay?
If we want to turn right, what do? That's right.
Jarrett used the grade 4 to 6 lesson to deepen his students' learning. He read a statement about road safety and asked students to move to the true or false side of the room.
The question is, if you're on the road, who has the right of way? The pedestrian or the bicyclist? Who gets to go first? That's what right of way means. Who gets to go first? If you think as the bicycle has the right of way, you go to true. If you think the bicycle does not have the right of way, you go to false.
Then, the students discussed their thoughts and presented their argument to the rest of the class.
The bicycles could go faster than humans, so that's why the humans should go first.
Bicycles are faster and it's harder to brake than people because people could just stop whenever they want to.
At the end of each scenario, Jarrett provided the correct answer and an explanation.
For that question, bicycles have to wait for pedestrians. Pedestrians have the right of way.
The class repeated this activity with multiple scenarios. This helped students better understand some of the risks on the road and strategies for staying safe.
The helmet you buy when you get your first bicycle, the first helmet, does that last you until you're a teenager?
I think it's true because once you get your helmet on the back, there's this wheel you turn and then it just adjusts your size.
Because when you get older, your head skull will get bigger and it will be hard to fit in it'll be hard to fit in the helmet you used to wear.
The actual fact is the helmet should be changed every 3 to 5 years. It should be changed because your head grows and it might get damaged.
This is just one example of how road safety can be taught in the classroom. For more great resources, visit OntarioRoadSafety.ca.